How do we open this one? With your Robert De Niro impression?
Is that Robert? I thought it was just like a melting human. Robert De Niro is more like...
He's even more melted. That was even more of a frown.
Nodding his head.
Yeah.
Have you seen him in... we're not going to discuss this, but I've been watching 0 Day. He's pretty good in it.
Never seen it. Never heard of it, in fact. 0 Day?
Well, of course you haven't heard of it because it's a Netflix series. So
oh, is it?
It was...
why wouldn't I have heard of it?
2 minutes. Because Netflix do that a lot.
Well,
they'll be like, we've spent $100 million on this TV show and we'll promote it for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's been cancelled.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So, no, I haven't, but good, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm about halfway through.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Anyway,
fantastic.
We need to talk about something more mundane for a cold open. How are you? Are you well? You went camping recently.
Yes, I went camping. I did a little bit of a DJ set at a private festival. Yeah, it's so private that I don't even
Beyonce
think.
There?
Yeah, I'm not at liberty to say who or who wasn't there.
I saw the headlines. Beyonce reunites with Destiny's Child, and Leslie Way.
Wait, speaking of that, did they actually reunite with Destiny's Child?
So, yeah.
Did they? Oh, I didn't even know that.
A private festival near a campsite.
Somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic Sea. The beats were very wet. No, yeah.
We're on an oil rig with Bruce Willis.
Don't know if you can tell, but I'm still very tired. Piggybacking off the weekend and the exhaustion that comes from camping. Boy, is it a hard life being in a field. To be honest, my tent was my car. I slept in my car for 2 days.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, maybe that's what's contributing to the exhaustion. Because I was a mug and forgot my pillows. So I had to makeshift a pillow out of my coat. And that was great.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
You should have asked Beyonce for it. She would have had a spare pillow.
Yeah, she could sing that one song that summons the pillow. What is it? Your pillow's so sleepy-licious for your Leslie. And then
Pillow's
the pillow comes out.
comfy-licious for your head now.
Hey, speaking of comfy-licious.
For this comfort? Are you ready for this comfort? Are you ready for this? My pillow too bootylicious for you, baby.
The one right line is sung with no gravitas at all. Mm-hmm. And that's just how she rolls, apparently.
Yeah, that was the first take.
Yeah. Speaking of first take, we're going to take our first step into the jingle. There is a movie that just came out, and it's supposed to be the one that is the one, or should I say the four?
Yeah.
Bless you.
The one, the only, the fourth version. It's Fantastic Four.
Exactly. It is the fourth iteration of the Fantastic Four. And this is also including the 90s version that never got released. They did a 90s one, and then they did a 2000s one. They did two 2000s one.
They did.
They?
Yeah.
And then they tried to reboot it, and that was very, very bad.
Yeah.
But, I think all is forgiven due to all the studio interference that it had. Supposedly.
Was the 90s one? Was that one of those where it was like, legally we have the rights to the movie, but we have to make it to retain the rights? Was it one of those deals?
I've heard. Yeah, okay. So I've heard. And I also think the one in the mid-2000s, late 2010s, or... I don't even remember when it came out. 2014? Do they say, let's try and let's release it when the year's got a 4 in it? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that was also a contractual obligation, wasn't it? I feel.
Okay. What, to keep the rights?
Yeah.
I mean, it certainly felt like everyone involved was there under a harsh contract.
Yeah. And then Disney thought, you know what? We're just going to buy your whole studio so we can get this franchise back. And boy, did they get the franchise back, baby, because they made a movie and It is somewhat. So, just in case you didn't know, we're talking about Fantastic Four First Steps. Now, First Steps, why was that a suffix in the title? Not sure why. They could have just called it... I think it's a title thing where they thought, gosh, if people typed in Fantastic Four into Google, they're going to get the original one that came out in the 2000s.
And there's a baby in it, I guess. But the baby doesn't take his first steps.
Is First Steps alluding to the baby?
Yeah, I guess.
Is that what it is?
I think it's like alluding to the baby and also like, oh, it's the Fantastic Four's first steps into the MCU. I don't know why I said it like that. That's my impression of Kevin Feige. Oh, we really need Robert back. Yeah. Get him back. $50 million.
I have 1,000 hats. They all say different things.
Look, this one says, keep on trucking.
Did you see? I don't know if you even watched any of the MCU TV shows. Did you see any of them?
I have seen the one by the director of Fantastic Four.
WandaVision.
Matt Shakman. Yes, yeah. I saw WandaVision. I was a tad underwhelmed. I've heard not great things about Ironheart. That sort of died a death.
Yeah, what else I've kind of given up. They had She-Hulk, they had Daredevil.
What was it like? Secret Wars thing?
No, Secret Wars is going to be a whole separate thing. Secret Invasion was the one.
Secret Invasion.
Wow, what a stinker that show was. Okay. My lord. In my opinion, I don't think it worked, but it was what it was. They also had the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was a buddy movie where... those two, and that led into the new Captain America.
And what was the witch one? Agatha All Along.
Agatha All Along.
Which I saw 2 episodes of that and just wrote a scathing review for it. Which you forced myself. Medium.
I forced myself to finish that, and when I finished it, I thought, you know what? Not for me. It took a little bit too witchy for me. And then there was also Moon Knight with Oscar Isaac, which was, to be fair, okay. One of the better ones, but also not amazing.
So he seemed to be getting... The TV shows are, at best, middling?
Subpar.
Would that be fair?
Yeah. Not even that. I think middling to very average and downright bad.
Okay.
But She-Hulk actually had... I don't know. Are you ever going to watch She-Hulk?
I actually liked She-Hulk.
Did you?
Yeah,
did you watch the final episode of She-Hulk? Spoilers.
I don't understand. Yes, I did. I quite enjoyed it. I
Spoilers
did not
for anyone who
all the hate for it.
I didn't think it was great, only because I didn't vibe with too much of the humor. Okay. And I know that was the whole point of She-Hulk, where it felt more comedic. It was a bit more breaking the fourth wall, so to speak. So much so that the Hat Man was in it.
Yeah. I am the Hat Man.
Yeah.
Keep on hulking.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a spoiler there. Anyway, we're not here to talk about all that. We're talking about Fantastic Four First Steps. Reintroduction to the Big Four into the MCU. Can you tell I'm still waking up?
Mr. Stretchy. There's the
See-Through Girl.
See-Through Girl. That plays. Big fan of that bit of the soundtrack. Any time she goes to say something or do something.
See-Through Girl. And then there's also
Matchstick Boy. He said
I was just gonna call him Fire Guy. But that's just my take on it. God, can you tell I'm still waking up?
No. Is that good enough? Did I get in there?
It is 9 a.m.
I'll talk through the story while you wake up. So we have the Fantastisch Fantastisch Vier.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. You've got Reed Richards. You've got Ben Grimm, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm. And quick montage at the start of the film, which tells you they've pretty much already got their powers. The film starts off introducing us as Sue reveals to Reed that she is pregnant. this isn't really a big spoiler because we're talking first 5 minutes here.
It's in the trailers as well.
So. Is it in the trailers? Okay, very good. Very good. And also, you see her pregnant in all the trailers.
Yeah, and in all the press. Like Vanessa Kirby, who plays Sue Storm, went so method. She just went and got pregnant.
Yeah, with a cosmic baby.
Pedro Pascal also just went ahead and stretched all his limbs. Oh, he got pregnant too.
Yeah.
The whole cast got pregnant, even though they didn't have to.
Yeah, dedication.
Ebon Moss.
Tell the actors. Cohesive unit.
Cohesive. Who the Thing's actor? What is his name?
Well, the Thing didn't get pregnant. He just got kidney stones.
Hey, very good. Very good. He just joined the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
And the fireman, well, he just set himself alight.
He just set another fire.
Yeah. He's the one who caused all the fires.
A lot about insurance.
A lot about what, sorry?
I know there's a lot about insurance.
So okay.
Oh, yeah, and then Silver Surfer shows up, and she's all like, your planet's going to get eaten. Galactus is coming. And then the Galactus, it turns out he is coming. It's not a false alarm. And
not a big cloud this time.
Yeah, not a big cloud. Actual Galactus, which we see in the trailer.
Big man. Lots of
people went, ooh, look, he's got a big shoe.
Big man, big shoe, big hat.
Really big shoe. Big old hat.
And a big bellowing voice.
It says, keep on chucking.
That's right. Well, that's one of Kevin Feige's hats. They mocapped his hat. Mocap.
They put it on with Microsoft Paint.
I hope you got that stellar grade A joke, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a mocap cap.
Yeah, cannot be missed. Anyway, the...
Rewind it. Play it in slow motion.
Who? Bike man. So here we go.
Anyway, that's the story.
Story. We got. Yeah, they have to try and defend. Oh, by the way, not to completely disregard the whole 1960s aesthetic. This is not the Earth we know.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning, Earth 828. We are in a different universe. And the universe is set in the 60s for some reason. So
I do like those sort of wacky comic books where it's like, hey, it's another universe, but for some reason, everything stopped.
Everyone has hot dogs for feet.
Yeah.
Who have we got in this movie? We got Pedro Pascal with some peas and some pasta. We got Vanessa Kirby.
Vanessa Kirby
of Mission Impossible fame.
Mission Impossible fame. We've got Ebon Moss Backrack of the Bear fame.
Of the Baccarat sports game.
Yeah. Which is, it's really distracting that he's in the Bear because the Thing spends most of his screen time talking about add some garlic to that sauce.
Add some oregano, yeah. Yeah, he's a cook in all his movies, isn't he? And he's probably a cook in real life too.
Yeah. And Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we have?
Stranger Things fame. Ralph Ineson
as Galactus. Yeah. Ralph Ineson of The Office, the UK version fame.
Not to be confused with... Yes, he does, yeah. Not to be confused with Ralph Alterson. Anyway, moving on. We have... who else have we got? Natasha Lyonne, turns up a couple of seconds.
Turns up for 2 minutes. And Mark Gatiss. Julia Garner as the Silver Surfer. And we've got possibly the most underutilized actor in the whole thing, Paul Walter Hauser.
Yeah, who plays
terrific, but he plays.
Are we allowed to say who he plays? Is he? He's not a spoiler, is he?
Why not? Well, he's only in it for 2 minutes, so he plays Mole Man.
Mole Man, yeah, and he does have a line in there that made me laugh quite a bit. I thought he was quite he was underutilized, but he said one thing, and the whole audience just chuckled with laughter.
Okay,
I'll tell you about it in the spoilers section. But yeah. Why don't we get into reviewing the movie then?
Sure.
Let's talk about our thoughts. So, I am not going to use the adjective that's in the title. It's been done to death. So what I'm going to say it was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a lot more than the group that I watched it with, because when the credits rolled, I looked to my right and I said to my buddy, "Hey, what did you think? I thought it was pretty good." And he just went, mm. And it was so close to being released with Superman, which was only a couple of weeks ago. So two big superhero movies back to back. And I said, "Well, what did you think about this compared to Superman?" And he said, "I enjoyed Superman more." I'm like, "Oh, interesting.
Okay. They're quite similar in tone.
Yeah. Quite similar in theme as well. And narrative.
And I'd say the big difference is that Fantastic Four doesn't have a really sort of bad taste political angle to it. But
no, yeah. I mean, it is very much a sincere movie. I feel like it had a lot of sincerity in it. It wasn't, people were playing, the characters were servicing the story in a way that didn't seem like, wink, wink, I'm a comic book character.
Oh, yes. I'm so thankful that they've gotten rid of all of that.
Yeah, all the like stupid quips that a lot of the Marvel movies have, where they would just say stuff that just had nothing to do with anything because they had to be funny. And I think it is a domino effect from the whole Josh Whedonisms from Avengers.
Yes, yeah.
And they thought, oh, this is our thing, where everyone has to make a quip. And the worst example of that was Thor: Love and Thunder, where everyone was just quipping, and I'm just like, oh. Have you seen that movie? You have, haven't you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, everyone was quipping. There were some really funny jokes in it, but then it was just kind of like got turned all the way up to 11. But this movie was quite sincere and a lot less jokes and a lot more about the story. And the story is actually quite simple. It's big bad man trying to destroy the universe. What are we going to do? We got to save it. And I liked the aesthetics. I actually quite liked that they leaned really into the 1960s. Everything felt very tactile. Everything felt like it could be real, even though it was fake. It didn't fall into the horrible green screenisms that stuff like Spider-Man No Way Home had, where I think that was also a fallout of, COVID restrictions and all that kind of stuff. This one felt like, they had practical things, as practical as they could anyway. Obviously, the Thing wasn't a practical person. He was a big CGI rock man. But to be fair, the CGI rock looked pretty good for the most part. I thought it was good.
And his beard as well.
Beard, yeah.
Which is also in the trailer.
Yeah, I liked... There's a thing about the beard that I won't spoil, but I liked it. And I'll talk about it in the spoilers. Aesthetically, it was great. Action sequences were actually quite good. There was one in the first action scene I felt quite gripping. In fact, I was like, "Oh, this is very exciting." What else can I say? Michael Giacchino. How do you pronounce the composer's name? Giacchino.
Giacchino, I believe.
Is it Giacchino? Yeah. Knocks it out of the park again. I always think he has a great way of composing soundtracks. In my opinion, I thought it was great. One too many Fantastic Fours, though. One too many of those. Even to a point where there was a sad moment, and then you heard the piano. Ding, 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 ding.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And then he just falls asleep. Those are all the more positives, I believe. Performances as well. I thought performances were great. I think the only thing that took me out of it was Vanessa Kirby sometimes slipped into a little bit of a British accent every now and then.
Right.
And I felt like Joseph
You
Quinn's...
ain't taking my kid. Get your hands off my kid.
Turns into EastEnders for some reason.
Yeah.
Everyone was just... everyone was all around pretty good in terms of performances. The only downside I think was like, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, I don't think it will be. I don't think this would be taken as a spoiler, but I felt like could have been a little bit more stretching from Mr. Fantastic.
Not
enough stretching.
You wanted the dance sequence from Fantastic Four.
I wanted them to turn into a donut. I wanted them to turn into a pancake.
He's like, wow.
Yeah. Woo! Grabbing all these ladies. Yeah. I'm a ladies man. I'm spaghetti ladies man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is, but ever since that movie, I think they really dialed back on Mr. Fantastic and his stretchy powers.
Okay.
Because they
Do you
really...
think that's possibly because they're the sort of wackiest, like goofiest power?
Probably. I mean, narratively speaking, I think if you think about Reed Richards as a character, he is supposed to be the smartest man alive, right? So why would he need to technically use his stretchy powers all the time? And he does use it occasionally to stretch, but that's probably giving them a bit too much credit. Like, you could have done a lot of things with the stretchy powers.
Yes.
Like reaching things on the other side of the room or...
Well, there's an opening scene where Sue is telling him that she's pregnant. And I don't know if it really distracted you. It really distracted me how in the wide shots, Vanessa Kirby was taller than Pedro Pascal. And in the 2 shots where it's just their shoulders and head, he was taller than her.
Oh.
And I just thought, could they have like made a gag about that where like he stretched? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Well, if I'm being honest...
It really distracted me. I was sitting there like, okay, now he's on a box. Now he's not standing on a box.
The first half an hour of the movie... how is he on the box? Because he's like 6 feet tall, is he not? Is Vanessa Kirby even taller?
In the wide shot, she was taller than him.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. Maybe it's one of those Lord of the Rings forced perspective trickery where they thought, you know, it would be fun if we just made her taller for some reason.
But they do it with the style of Fast and the Furious. You know, that shot where...
The shot where, okay, if I remember in the edit, put that shot in the back here of The Rock looking like he's 10 times bigger than Vin Diesel.
But then it cuts back and it looks like somebody's 10 times bigger than The Rock. It's in their contract. They count the seconds. Their accountants count the seconds.
That's right. I'll be honest with you. The first half an hour, I was incredibly distracted by the lady in the front of me who was on WhatsApp the whole time messaging her friends. And I almost said something, but I didn't want to be that guy. So you know what I did? I just did this. I leaned all the way back, and now I've got a lower back problem. But that was the only way I could do it. And everyone else, it's a classic British thing. No one wants to be the first person to say something that someone is doing wrong. But
I'd have said something.
I just thought, you know what? There is a way of me blocking this out. And then halfway through, she put the phone away.
That's good of her.
Shouldn't have been on the phone in the first place anyway. So the first half an hour, I was incredibly distracted and I couldn't really focus in. So I didn't see the height things or whatever. I saw that she was messaging her friends. Apparently Tracy fell out with I don't know. There was a joke there.
I don't want to open my mouth because we're trying to keep this PG.
That's right. Anyway, what did you think of the movie?
I had a similar experience where I had some lads in the very back row, and I was about halfway down. So this shows how loudly they were doing things. They just could not stop talking. Yeah. And 2 of them kept leaving the theatre and then coming back, leaving the theatre, coming back.
And did you say something?
No, but I turned around and I gave them a death stare, and I heard one of them go like, oh, okay. And I was like, okay, the death stare worked for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's this weird thing where like 2 of them then left, like permanently.
Right.
And left just one of them watching the movie. And they watched the movie just fine. So I think it was 2 out of the 3 of them just being so annoying.
Yeah. Do you think one person who stayed...
on a bit of a... Sorry?
Do you think that one person that stayed was having an argument with those other 2 and just said, look, I really want to watch this movie. If you don't want to watch it, maybe leave.
I don't know.
And then you turned around like, and you looked at the one person who really wanted to watch the movie, and he was like,
But they left. It's just, I guess we're on a bit of a side path now because we're not reviewing the movie, but it really shows just a lack of empathy for those around you.
Yeah. And I think it's this generation. I don't want to be like old man yells at cloud, like in The Simpsons.
Right.
But it does really irk me when people are paying to go to the cinema to watch a movie, and then there are other people who have done the same, but just don't. They're just there for the sake of being there. I'm like, why are you here? Why are you here? I
understand, like, we've done it. I understand, like, the odd little whispered comment.
It's like the equivalent of going to
talking like normal volume, like blah 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 blah, and then just laughing really loud. And it's like they were trying to eat loudly as well.
It's like the equivalent of going to a restaurant, right? And you're having a really nice meal, and someone just comes over and sticks their finger in your food.
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, are you here to eat as well? Okay. Yeah. Well, why don't you eat your food?
Your food at the table, and that's cold now, and you've ruined my food.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the equivalent of that. And it's like, why can't you just do... I don't know. It annoys the hell out of me. And I still, to this day, think that I need to come up with some piece of technology that would help aid the situation, right? Ejector seats. Anyone who...
Each of you is responsible for another patron on the screen.
You gotta look out for each other, you cinephiles. And if you see one person on their phone, boom, they're gone.
And the thing with phones is, I think there are some people, I've experienced this with a member of my family, where they're like, if you don't respond instantly, you're like letting the team down. And I'm thinking, 10, 15 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to respond instantly.
Yeah.
Or maybe 20 years ago. Like,
this has become...
Why?
This is going to be like a 10-minute long rant.
Tracy's falling out with whatever.
Yeah. Shall we get back on track?
Anyway, let's try and be a bit more positive. Okay. What was your rating before I go on to mine then?
I thought it was a solid chatting pit, if I'm being honest. I thought it was good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I'm not giving it a full chatting pitch because obviously it has its flaws. There's just not enough stretching powers. There are a couple of things that I felt kind of underwhelmed with, like this narrative is pretty bog standard. It's not something that we haven't seen before. But then there are also things that happen in the narrative that I thought, okay, that's interesting. That's got me. That's got me gripped. And then some things were a little bit predictable. It falls into that very typical superhero narrative where, sets up the superheroes, big bad threat goes away. It's the same. It's meat and potatoes. Everyone's done this before, but with a different fascia, a different casing.
They don't have the usual setup, which is big beam of light in the sky, although they kind of have that, and then two groups of people running at each other. At least they don't have that. Like it's a very thin.
What about you? What's your rating, sir? A little bit lower, I'm assuming.
A bit lower. I liked parts of it. I'll talk about what I liked first. There's a bit of a spoiler. I'll try and keep it as vague as possible. I liked the sequence where they went and met so-and-so, and then Sue Storm started having her baby.
Yes.
That was quite an interesting sequence for me. I liked, there's a really great bit where it almost feels like they just pointed the camera at Pedro Pascal holding a baby and just turned it on. And he was delivering this sort of short monologue where he's telling the baby all of these fears that he has about himself, that he can't tell anyone else. And I really liked that. That was quite affecting. For me, that was probably the high point of the movie.
As a father.
Oh, yeah, but also it added a bit to the character, which I think a lot of the film didn't. For me, I thought there wasn't a lot in the way of character development. Let's stick to positives.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the motivation that Galactus had. It wasn't just I'm hungry. He had this. It was almost like it was almost like a Greek myth. The way that he was this sort of cursed being. Yes, I go around eating planets and I have immeasurable power, but it's a curse. And what I really want to do is pass it on to someone else. And he even says, "So I can finally rest." So he's not a character that's like, "I want to escape this and go back to my life." He's just like, "Okay, I just want this to end." And quite an interesting. It's a shame that they don't really do much with it. I guess we're getting into negatives now.
You haven't given your rating though.
No, I will give my rating when I've gone through this list.
Okay, sure. There's still more.
The best description I've seen of this is someone on Twitter describing it as almost like a proof of concept.
Okay.
Where it's like the full film is not here. Silver Surfer shows up for 2 minutes. Galactus's motivation is described and not really.
She was here for more than 2 minutes, no?
Well, okay, all right, 3 or 4. And then there's lots of like, oh, there's a big problem, but then the solution is really quick. It was almost like this would have come at the start of the MCU before they made Iron Man. It felt like, hey, this is what a superhero film could be.
Well, it felt like Captain America, the first Avenger, right? It felt like setting up the first steps.
Setting up a lot of stuff. And
setting up the first Avenger. Is it a coincidence that
so now in about 10
both
years
have the word first?
Film. I know we're going to have a film called Steps Assemble.
Steps Assemble, the superhero story.
What's that song where they're talking about climbing a mountain? And I don't know.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, not a lot in the way of character development. I did not think the film was cohesive. It felt like there was a lot of stuff cut. I mean, Natasha Lyonne was in it.
Yeah.
But again,
Oh, yeah. Another thing that we have to mention is that John Malkovich was supposed to be in this movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
As someone
with long hair. It's Tarzan. No, he was playing some sort of character. In the trailers, though, they flashed his face in the trailers.
Sorry, go on.
My name is Gorilla Man. Be Tarzan Eugene. I am John Tarzanovich. Okay, so yeah, he was supposed to be in the movie. It had been cut. Apparently, there are people saying, "Oh, Kevin Feige definitely went into the editing room and just cut a bunch of stuff out." And you felt like it was uncohesive. I didn't really find that, and maybe I was just too distracted by the lady in front of me. But what was it that felt? I guess would it be a spoiler then? Talking about that kind of stuff, the uncohesiveness.
It felt more like.
Let's go into spoilers then. Why not? Because was there more unspoiler stuff that you wanted to say?
No, not really.
Okay, all right. Spoiler time, baby. Let's go.
I think it's that it just felt like everything that came up. This is what I mean by big problem, quick solution.
Mm-hmm.
Big problem, quick solution. And it doesn't really... It's hard to describe. Like,
oh my gosh, get on with it.
I never felt like I could get like a handle on it. Get on with it. I felt like there were no clear definitions between each act. Going into Werner Herzog now.
The irony of you doing the impression is he's dragging it out even longer.
Yeah, I know. He talks so slow. I'd like a conversation between John Malkovich and Werner Herzog.
Let's do it.
Okay.
No. No, I want to know what your uncohesiveness is.
Yeah,
because we're in spoiler territory now. So like,
there were no clear definitions between each act. It was all just sort of everything tumbling into one. There were no clear. That was for me. Yeah, I felt like I couldn't get a clear handle.
Can you give me an example of a moment where you thought, okay, that doesn't quite make sense?
Well, that's the problem. It's not really a moment. It's the film as a whole.
It's the whole film.
Well, no, when you talk about cohesiveness, we are talking about the whole film. It's how one thing leads into another.
Yeah,
it was very
of
much,
course,
oh,
of
okay,
course.
this is happening now. Oh, okay, and now they've solved it. Oh, this is happening. This is solved it. And it was.
Did
just
you feel like it was just a series
after the other?
Do you feel like it could have been a series of episodes stitched together?
Almost, but they would have been very short episodes, like 5-minute vignettes in some cases.
Sure.
This is what I mean by almost like a proof of concept film, which I think is the best description for it, where you have, okay, here's something we could do if we made this into a feature. And here's something else we could do. And it was almost like a really long montage. The whole thing was one long montage.
That's how you felt? I didn't feel that. I felt like, personally, it was cohesive enough for me to not hate the movie, or like not hate, but like not enjoy the movie.
Okay.
I think maybe I was dazzled by the aesthetics.
I did enjoy the aesthetics. It was like, this is how it would look at Disneyland. You know what I would say is that I reckon you're going to get some youngsters, and this is a positive, definitely. I think you're going to get some people who are much younger than us watching this film, who become very interested in like learning about science.
Okay.
From watching this.
Yeah.
Because I think if I was watching this as a kid, I'd be like, oh man, I want to learn about like this stuff.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you don't know that the craziest stuff, like that's not how science actually works. Yeah. It gets you interested in it. And that's almost like one of the jobs of these sorts of movies, to sort of inspire people to get interested. I did like that part of it.
Okay.
But it would hopefully inspire young people to be interested in sort of science and maths, which are two things that are not very popular with younger people at the moment. There,
right? Yeah,
seems a bit boring, a bit bland.
I'm a sucker for hard sci-fi, so I think that kind of stuff was really right up my alley. And because we're in spoiler territory now, I would like to talk about the space travel sequence, because I quite enjoyed that, where they were going to go meet Galactus, and they had to go through none of it makes any sense. You know, it's all just like fiction, right?
Yeah.
They're going into but they're using black hole technology to just go into light speed. Yeah. And that whole sequence was great for me. And then going into Galactus's ship, and it was all like H.R. Geiger-esque, and you know, he has plugs in his body, and
and you're sort of left to figure out what they do.
Yeah,
like, they're keeping him alive. What are they doing?
It just reminded me of Alien, you know, when they were going into the alien ship for the first time, and that kind of stuff I really like. And that leads into the other thing that you said that you quite enjoyed, where Sue Storm starts giving birth as they're trying to escape, because it turns out Galactus, all he wants is a baby. He just wants a baby.
It was a baby. How reasonable could you get? I mean, come on.
Yeah. How look, if you were going to save the Earth and you had to give up your baby, how long have you known the baby for? A couple of seconds?
Like 5 minutes?
Give it up. Give it
Come
up.
on.
Yeah.
Here's two. That's take the twins.
That's the whole conundrum. And that's one thing I want to touch upon as well, because you said that a lot of the characters didn't have many character arcs. And I would say, maybe Ben Grimm and Johnny Storm, they both are pretty much the same character all the way through. Although, you know, there are arguably some moments where, you know, Johnny Storm, he has a little bit of an arc where, you know, he's not as smart as Reed Richards.
Yeah.
You know, and then he ends up finding out that he can do this thing because he's like a multi-linguist.
I did enjoy the fact that they didn't do the thing that previous films have done, where like the Fantastic Four fight.
What do you mean?
Because they set it up.
They fight each other.
Set it out like they bicker and like, you think you're smarter than me, but I'm Matchstick Boy and I can prove myself. And in previous films, they've sort of done that. It's sort of quite cheesy, really.
But what about the bit where in Fant Four Stick, the terrible one, where Ben Grimm is just really mean? Oh no! Well, Johnny Storm was really mean to Ben Grimm because right at the end he was like, "Hey, why don't we call
really horrible?
why don't we just call it
thing?"
No, he goes like, "Why don't we call you the thing that nobody wants?" And I
Oh
was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, come on!"
I've seen it a couple of times in the lead up to this movie, where someone's put it's the comic book panel from like when the Fantastic Four first get together, and it's showing how like egotistical and uncaring Reed Richards is because it has a speech bubble of Ben Grimm saying like, "And I'll call myself the Thing," which like shows how much he loathes himself, and literally the next speech bubble is Reed Richards going, "And I'll call myself Mr. Fantastic."
Just cannot read the room.
Yeah. Does not care. Could not care any less.
But I think arguably like one of the things is like he is technically the smartest man in the world academically, but he's not like smart in terms of.
Well, that's what I like that they do in this movie, where he's aware that he's super cold compared to other people, and because there is that section where there's that awkward, where he's like, "I'm not suggesting we use the baby as bait," but and everyone else just reads his face and they're like, "You want to use the baby as bait, don't you?" Yeah. I think it'd be a good
but then
idea
that also like
for
that
science.
gives a bit of the clash between Sue Storm and Reed Richards, and then it shows a little bit of vulnerability in their relationship where they're not always agreeing. Where he is the smartest man in the world, but then he would consider sacrificing.
Yeah.
And then that is enough to make Sue Storm like very upset. And then she also has
you thinking, doesn't it?
Gets you thinking.
Like, where do I lie on that spectrum?
What would you do?
I was definitely not going to give away the baby. Yeah. But I was like,
destroy the earth. I don't care. I'm not killing this baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's that conundrum, isn't it? It's like, do you or do you not? And there is no right or wrong answer. But apparently there is black holes.
Yeah.
Let's teleport the whole Earth, which is a
Johnny Storm is like, wait, I saw this movie called Superman the other day. What did they have? Oh, they use black holes. And Reed Richards is like, black holes? What are they? I'm going to call them fantastic holes.
Do you think James Gunn maybe walked across the mood board of Fantastic Four while he was working at Marvel and be like, I'll take some of that and I'll just pop into this movie? There's a chance. Who knows?
Black holes have been around a while. They've got a good agent, black holes.
Have you felt like ever since Interstellar, every black hole is the same now?
Yes. Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, you're just using the view screens from Interstellar, aren't you?
Yeah.
But I did like that scene. I like that, again, they used science fiction, but they used a sort of sciencey based solution to that problem.
Yeah.
Silver Surfer's chasing us. Okay, well, let's trap her in the gravity of a black hole.
Now, you said you didn't think there was enough Silver Surfer, but with what we had with Silver Surfer, at least in this iteration, we have different ones. There's Radd, I think, which is the male version.
The original, yeah.
And then this one is Shadabal, which is the counterpart. And they both have different backstories. What did you think of Silver Surfer?
I liked the bits that were there. I just think that there weren't enough.
I thought she was great. I mean, I don't know that. I haven't seen that many Julia Garner performances. I think I saw her in Fargo, and she was pretty good in that.
What else has she been in? Let's have a look.
No, not Fargo. What am I talking about? What's the one with Jason Bateman in it? Ozark.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen her in Ozark, and she was pretty good in that.
I've not seen anything she's been
in. No, I mean, you don't get to see her performance completely, but only because she's covered in chrome the whole time. But,
I do think they should have gone with a name that was like Norrid Radd. I mean, you've got a guy called Mr. Radd on a surfboard. Like, come on, let's lean into that.
I think no, yeah.
She should have been called cowabunga.
Shut up, Bow. Awesome person.
She has a backwards cap. She takes Kevin Feige's cap and she turns it around. Wow.
Did you like the joke where Johnny Storm kept thinking like, so is the board attached to the body or not?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, he was like just obsessed with that.
Yeah, at the end, he's like, one thing, before going on the interview, he's like, one thing is that the board is not part of the body. I was going to mention there was a bit where Mole Man said something. Paul Waterhausen, like it was when everyone was evacuating and they were going into the mines or underground, and he goes like, "Everyone, take their shoes off." Just kidding, it's just all dirt. Yeah, I thought that was quite funny. That made me laugh. Yeah, I think that's about it. Really, is there anything else that we want to say?
In terms of my rating, I would give it a chatting.
Chatting
with a G. Yeah.
Oh, so I liked it a lot.
Solid.
I liked it a lot more than you did.
Oh yeah, but by no means did I walk out of this movie like, oh, I hated that.
Did you stick around for the credits?
I did. I was a bit let down by the second one.
Yeah, the second one was just a TV show.
That was a fun little TV intro. Yeah. But man, I had to sit through.
Do you know what I did? I left the cinema after the first post-credit scene, and I went to the toilet, chatted with a few people, and then afterwards I'd be like, I'll be right back. I just went in and watched it, and I came back out. I was like, no, that was just a cartoon.
Although I did get to sit and listen to the score, which I was a fan of.
Yeah. Michael Giacchino, everybody.
Yeah.
Michael Giacchino.
I would say this is not a critique of the film.
Mid-credit scene.
But the mid-credit scene actually, for me, says a lot about how the MCU works.
Yeah.
And it's been this problem for a while. I think the way to make an interesting story, you've got a bunch of different questions, haven't you? And the one question you want to focus on, for me, is why. Why do characters act a certain way? That, if you get that right, it can naturally drive a narrative to a satisfying conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, you could even focus on how. So if you're doing things like mystery thrillers, it's not so much about the character development, it's about figuring out, okay, how did this happen? How did the murderer, I don't know, kill the person in the lift and not leave any trace? The thing with the MCU that I've noticed is that they concentrate a lot on who.
Okay.
Which is far less compelling. The mid-credit sequence, it's Doctor Doom. That's all about who.
Yeah.
There's nothing about character. It's just about which character.
Yeah.
And that's two different things.
Yeah.
Which character is just, okay, this person's here. And if you lean too much into who, you get I'm bashing my toys together.
Oh, it's
make an action sequence.
Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of who.
A lot of who and not why or even how.
Horton hears a who. That's a lot of who's.
And that's why that movie failed miserably. It should have been Horton hears a why.
The Who?
In a monologue.
What a terrible band.
Yeah.
They're all who's.
Yeah. We all prefer the why.
Don't get me started on the wheres and the whys. Sorry. And the whats. Oh, the whats. Ugh. Don't get me started.
Oh. Yeah. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. It's setting up. It's just world building, isn't it? Like a character world building, rather.
Yeah.
Setting up for the sequel.
And now this person's going to do this, and it's a big thing. It's like, okay, you've got the who and you've got the what, but
yeah,
I don't feel compelled. Whereas if I see a character do something and it's the wrong decision, as in not the decision that actually solves anything, but they're doing it because that's what they would do because it's their character.
Now, let me ask you this.
Go on.
Let me ask you this, right? You're saying that the big problem with Marvel or MCU movies are focusing on the who. In the 90s, every action movie was always, or even big blockbuster movies, they also focused on the who, and that was the movie star. So people did go and watch, it's the new Bruce Willis movie. It's the new Tom Cruise movie. And people were treating it like this is their movie, right? In a sense, isn't MCU also doing that instead of with movie stars, but with characters?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, they're using the IPs, aren't they?
Ha! I win.
They call them.
No, I mean, I just think that's an interesting stance.
To success.
Yeah. You're just saying that it's becoming a little bit tedious.
It can lead to big box office numbers, but the stuff that is more emotionally satisfying, at least to me, deals with, okay, why does a character do something? What compels a character to perform that action, to make that choice? Whether you agree with that choice or not, because I'm also not a huge fan of those people that sit there and go, well, I don't like this movie because they made the wrong decision. Well, yeah, but they made that decision because it was in their nature.
Right. And did you feel like that was less exciting? Was it more exciting when they were doing it 20 years ago? Say, for instance, at the end of so-and-so movie, you'll see Thor's hammer, or you'll see Captain America's shield.
Yeah, I bought into that. I bought into all that.
But now, 20 years later, or 25 years later, rather, now we're seeing, Doctor Doom. Everyone's like, meh, whatever.
I'd say it's
if that happened 20 years ago, do you think that would be much more of a big deal?
Maybe. Yeah.
People getting tired.
It's a bit like, let's go back to your food metaphor from earlier. It's a bit like the equivalent between eating a lovely dinner that is healthy and nourishing and delicious compared to eating a fast food.
Okay.
Now, when I was a kid, man, I'd eat fast food. I'd eat fast food all day sometimes.
Do you think it was like having a really great, nourishing meal, but then the dessert was just slop?
Okay, now we're talking about this film specifically.
Yeah, this film specifically. Like, in terms of the way that they tack on these little, like, post-credit stingers and they're introducing something. Like, it didn't need it, really.
I wouldn't say slop. I would just say it's a bit like you've had the dessert. It's all been, like, delicious, for argument's sake, and then you get, like, a peanut at the end. It's like, well...
or a Kinder Egg.
It's not awful, but, yeah.
I think my analogy is better. A Kinder Egg. Because
I like Kinder Eggs.
The chocolate is nice, and you get a little surprise at the end. But then when you open the surprise, it's just a cheap bit of plastic.
Right, I'm with you. Yeah. So the Kinder Egg, the chocolate is the movie as a whole.
Yeah.
And then Doctor Doom showing up is like the little plastic car that's made of two pieces.
And you're like, what is this? I need to Google what this is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we've said enough that we didn't want to say about. Was there anything we missed out?
No.
Any other plot points?
No, nothing I'm going to think of.
Yeah, pretty good. Anyway, did we want to do a quick pitch before we wrap things up?
Go on,
do you have time for a quick pitch?
We'll do a 5-minute pitch. What should we pitch? Our own Fantastic Four?
Why don't we do one that Bland-tastic Four?
Or Fantastic 5. We introduce a new character.
Fantastic 10. Double them up. Fantastic 20. One too many.
You go away. You'll have to audition. Imagine, that way, Mr. Fantastic has to use his stretchy powers.
Yeah.
You get a little bit of what you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's like, no, everyone has to audition, Reed. It's not just the newbies.
Hey, he's got 10 toes and 10 fingers, right?
Oh, imagine
one toe per person
independently.
I think he does that, doesn't he? Or maybe not his toes, but his fingers at least in the 2000s movie.
Well, yeah, they got him to do like with all the stuff, didn't they? Like
some crazy stuff. Yeah, need him to be a blanket for some reason. Oh, yeah, to put out a fire.
Oh yeah,
into a blanket for a bit. He goes really thin at one point to go under a door.
Yeah. Oh, I left my keys.
I forgot my. Anyway, yeah. So Fantastic 20. I think we should go with that.
Okay.
So who have we got? Let's come up with a bunch of. So let's just say, how did the Fantastic Four get their powers? They went into space.
They went into space and were hit by cosmic rays.
Yeah.
I think you could have both Silver Surfers, and then you've got the one that's in this movie who's like, no, there's like stuff going on here. And then you've got Norrid Radd who's just like, I'm going to grind on these stairs.
He's got like sunglasses on, a backwards cap, Hawaiian shirt. Yeah. But wow. I want him to be Donald Ducking it though. Like he's just got the Hawaiian shirt but no trousers at all. But he looks so rad, but he just looks silly at like waist down.
Like still totally silver.
Mm. And he's got, you know how his people put decals on their board, like stickers and stuff? He's just got it all over himself.
All over himself, yeah.
Because it's all one big sheen, right? So he's He's all decap, like, what's that one? There's
like a matte finish.
Yeah. He's got little like pizza stickers everywhere. He's got his favorite bands.
And Shalabal can just be like, oh, that's just my brother. That's my younger brother.
Yeah. This is Norrid Radd's face going there. Okay, who else have we got? That's 2 out of the 20.
And he can team up with Johnny Storm, but he keeps like putting him out by splashing him with a wave.
Well, why don't we just have this as, instead of the Fantastic 20, it's just like the adventures of Norrid Radd and Shadabal.
And the rest.
And the rest. So maybe
the poster is like him, like you say, backwards cap, like all his favorite bands and stuff, all like stuck on, stickers stuck to his body. And then you just have, and the Fantastic Four in tiny writing.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the Fantastic Five. Let's put Shalabal into the Fantastic Five. There you go.
Yes. So I think it would be great to have that as a buddy comedy, and then everyone else is just a byproduct of them.
Okay.
But Norrid Radd really is the lead. He's the protagonist of this movie, isn't he?
So who do we get to play him?
Who do we get?
Really rad.
Who's the raddest person of them all? Trying to think. God, I can't think of anyone. Well, there's not really anyone who's rad in this day and age. You have to really think about people back in the day, right?
Back a bit, I guess.
Yeah. Can you think of anyone rad?
Jeremy Allen White.
Jeremy Allen, as in from the Bear fame.
He's also in
Is he rad?
Yeah. I don't know if he. I don't know. I think he's got a bit of rad in him. I don't know. I think there's. You know how people talk about like some comedians have like that great dramatic role that hasn't been unlocked yet. I don't know if Jeremy Allen White, he's got some rad that hasn't been unlocked yet.
Mate, I'm on Google and I asked
10 raddest actors.
I typed in the most rad people of all time. And the Google AI overview said, defining the most rad people is subjective, but many influential figures across history are consistently recognized for their impact. Some examples include Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton.
So we get the licensing. You know how Albert Einstein's likeness has been used in like Fairy Liquid ads or something recently.
Yeah.
So we can just get his likeness.
Okay.
Yeah, every so often he turns up in ads, and then you get a little thing at the bottom saying
Albert likeness has been from the Albert Einstein estate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we got the likeness.
Does it not suggest anyone who's like I'm gonna type in raddest actors.
Oh yeah, Isaac Newton. Oh, Martin Luther King is actually there.
No, I don't want the 100
Shakespeare.
Greatest actors. Daniel Day-Lewis is not rad.
Hold on, let's see. Most rad people. I'm just getting like historical figures.
Actors, do they?
Yeah. Radical man. I mean, Google has not given me. I don't think it quite understands what rad means.
No, I think Google thinks I'm asking for rudest.
Right. Oh, you know who is rad?
Go on.
Tony Hawk's, the skateboarder.
Okay.
Let's just get it. He's not an actor though. That will be a problem. Maybe we can get the likeness of, you know what it could be?
Played by Denzel Washington.
The likeness of Tony Hawk's, but played by Denzel Washington. How about that?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Script writes itself.
Yeah. There we go. And then after that, what is even the story? It's just a series of rad adventures, isn't it?
Series of rad adventures, and Norrid Radd being incredibly annoying.
Yeah, he's insufferable.
He is. Yes, that's the word I was trying to think of. He is insufferable. Like he splashes Matchstick Boy, as he calls him. What can he do to the thing? Like he's constantly wearing down his battery on his on the grinder that he uses.
Yeah. I don't know. Because he's able to phase through things, he'll just like go into the thing and just stay there for 10 minutes and just like can you please get out of me? Yeah. It's like,
Please
oh
leave.
man, we are one.
We are one. Let's add some garlic to this. Actually, you can't even do anything. He's just fake. He's like a ghost. Like he's just, like you say, he's just inside the thing, just annoying him. This is your conscience. Just doing stuff like that. Really annoying.
He's going up to Herbert, the little robot, and just like DJing on his tapes, consistent, and just like ruining his tapes down.
Yes. Or like rubbing the top of his head like it's a DJ.
He takes the space. He's got the home tape, right, and the space tape. He takes them out, and then he puts in his own mixtape. And then the Herbert gets a backwards cap, and he starts breakdancing.
What sort of music is it? Like hip hop surfer?
Oh, like 80s, 90s, like breakdancing music. Like yeah. Or rap, like 90s rap. Yeah. He's like, what's missing in here? Not enough rad music, and he just like takes the tape.
Occasionally he walks through wearing like Billabong shorts. when he's
and Oakley sunglasses. Yeah. Seashell necklaces. Yeah. And at one point he just has like wavy blonde hair. He's like, where did you get that from? Oh, I'm just trying something out.
Yeah.
Playing bongos.
Went to the wig shop.
I'm basically describing Matthew McConaughey in his beach days.
Every time Johnny Storm like goes to put one of the records on where it's got like the alien language, he's like, time to study an alien language. It's just like more bongo music. It's got written on it in like pen, Radd's top 10 bongo classics.
I like how he abbreviates his name Radd. Yeah. If this was in the early 2000s, he could have been sponsored by like the Nokia N-Gage, the most raddest phone / video game console. Yeah. And it's a 3D movie as well. It's hard to get into the screen.
But it's the only 3D bit.
Yeah.
all the 3D bits are product placement.
Yeah.
Oh, so he drives a cool car. What's a cool car? What's like a 10-year-old's version of a cool car? He just drives a Ferrari.
Like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini. A bright yellow Lamborghini with those doors.
Yeah, kids love Lamborghinis.
Yeah. I mean, if you really want him to be annoying, you can get him to drive a BMW, but that just makes him unlikable, though.
Yeah. We want him to be insufferable, but not unlikable.
No, yeah.
What could he do to the other two? Like maybe he could block
a Hot Wheels monster truck. Oh, there we go.
He has a series of different vehicles.
Yeah.
He could like block all the tiny gaps under doors. So when Reed Richards tries to use his stretchy powers, there's like a towel in the way.
No, his board's in the way.
His board's in the way. Yeah.
Or there is no explanation as to why he has a surfboard. Is it?
Because he's rad.
It's because he's rad, right? Yeah. What a great design, by the way. I think he's. Oh yeah. I think I love. I mean, I don't surf myself, but does he also do other things with other boards? Does he skateboard too?
Oh yeah. He definitely skateboards.
Longboards, snowboards.
Yeah,
we have to have like different acts in different extreme sport locations.
Oh my god, we gotta head to the mountains. And they're in like their Fantastic Four gear.
Yeah. What's
Silver Surfer? She's the Silver Surfer.
I think
he's
maybe
in, like, the full gear.
It should be that the final act is all leading up to him like doing the biggest stunt at the biggest extreme sports game.
But then he does the stunt, and then Galactus is still coming. And they're like, what did you think that was going to do?
Yeah.
I thought showing Galactus our rad skills would stop him from eating the Earth.
You've heard of Tony Hawk's full 900 degrees? Well, have you had the 5,000 degrees?
Yeah.
The 10,000 degrees?
And it cuts to like it's a view of him, and he's spinning really quickly, and then it cuts to a close up of him, and he's like arms across his chest, like really, this is the one time he's taken anything seriously.
You know that one scene in
oh my god, he's creating a black hole, and then he does save the day.
It's like the that shot.
He's so insufferable because he saves the day.
Right.
Like let's say this is a 2-hour movie. For 110 minutes, he is the most insufferable, annoying, useless character. out of all 6 of them. But in the end, his 5,000 degree spin saved the day.
Yeah, because it opens up a black hole.
Be like, oh, I hate you, but you beat Galactus with your stupid extreme sports.
Yeah, and at the end, when he looks back at is Fantastic Four in this? Yeah, they are in.
Yeah.
He looks back at them, and then they both give each other like kind of like a nod, where they've hated them this whole time, but then right at the very end, they're like, now I respect him.
I didn't like him at first, but my God, does he do extreme sports to the extreme?
Extreme Man will return. And then
Norrid Radd will cowabunga again.
And then as the credits roll, oh, we're halfway there. It's just like Bon Jovi, because that's the most raddest band.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Back in the day, yeah.
Anyway, that's Benson Boone. All right, we'll leave it there.
Well, anyway, Benson Boone, he's like the raddest musician of all time, doing all those backflips, isn't he?
You know what? I can't remember if we've talked about this. Benson Boone doing his backflip off a box. It just reminds me of, we had a kid at the school I teach at who was year 6, so he was like 10 or 11. And his move would be, because he was a bit of a performer, he would sing, and his move would be taking off his leather jacket, swinging it around his head, and throwing it out into the audience. Now, for an 11-year-old kid, like, that's fine.
Yeah. But if you saw a grown man do it...
Benson Boone doing his flip off a box and then just start singing, it's like, oh, well done, yes. You've won the talent competition.
You know he's actually 4, right? He's got that Benjamin Button's disease.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So this is him towards the end of his life.
That's right.
Ah.
Chatting Pitch has been brought to you by Leslie Way and Matthew D. Smith. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to listen to others and maybe even subscribe. You can follow us on the website, formerly known as Twitter.
Listen to us on Spotify or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Leslie and Matthew have their own side hustles as well. Feel free to check out Leslie's YouTube channel or Matthew's Medium blog. Links in the description. If you want anything else, we might have other links in the description if we think of anything interesting to add. Thank you for listening. I love you.